everyone, and welcome to another Star Citizen Addicts Anonymous. I'm Nikki Batgirl D'Angelo, your host. Today was CitizenCon 2947, other words, October 27th, 2017. I know it's been a while since I've done one of these, and I'm not going to go over a long spiel about work, school, work, school, work, but that's about what keeps me from doing these. But we're going to try to do a speed episode today and see how these work, and if they do work out and you like them, then I'll be able to do a lot more. So today was the Star Citizen CitizenCon, and it was where they were able to show off new tech and new features coming to the game over the next year. So Star Citizen has been in development since 2012, and today, 5 years later, we're starting to see the fruit of the labor of all of the people that work on the game. Well, actually, we've been seeing that for quite some time, and they're freaking amazing, although without any updates in the last year or so. Things have gotten a little bit boring, but we're about ready to make them much more exciting. The first thing I want to talk about is the new ships. And the new ships are, and we're going to start with the Raven. The Saber Raven by Aegis Dynamics is a stealthy ship, but you can only get it one way. Well, you know, it would sound like that's an issue, but I'm going to tell you why that's not so much of a bad thing. And it's mainly because technology is always moving forward when you're building computers, and you just always need faster and faster devices, faster drives, faster processors, faster graphic cards, and Intel has come out with a brand new update to their Optane drives, and oh god, it just makes them so much faster, and it's something that you're probably going to want to put Star Citizen on. So when you think of a new spaceship, you normally think of them about 175, 200, 250, and when you think of new hardware, you think right around that same price point. Well, not in this case. The new drives that Intel has coming out for 80 gigabytes for $399 and to 40 gigabytes for $389. Well, those are both going to come with the ship, and it's the only way you're going to be able to get that beautiful ship. Oh God. Do I need it? Oh God, I don't know if I need it, but I might need it. I don't know. Anyway, it's one of those things that you're not throwing money into a ship, you're throwing money into needed upgrades on hardware, possibly. What makes these new drives so awesome is that they connect into your PCIe slots. And if you don't have NVMe, or you've already filled them up, slots on your motherboard, you can get really fast hard drives that way, and that is an amazing thing, right? Second ship comes from Consolidated Outland. We've known about this for some time. Ben's been teasing the game changer on my show, and we all guessed it months ago that it was going to be a colony or modular building ship, construction ship. Oh boy, stutter, stutter, stutter. Anyway, it was announced and it was shown off today, and it's pretty amazing. Now, let me tell you, this is not the ship for somebody that is an individual. If you're playing the game alone, you probably don't want this unless you could think of a way to make it work for an individual. I see this as more of a group ship. Squadrons and full organizations are going to want to have a few of these in each organization. And let's just think of it this way. You get into your beautiful Carrack, you go, you discover a jump hole, you go through it, and there's this beautiful Earth-like world over there, just dying to have somebody settle on it. Or there's a moon that might have an amazing amount of a very rare resource. And what do? You send a message back to all your peeps in your organization. One of them gets in the Pioneer, comes out, and bam, you set up a settlement right by wherever that resource is, and it's yours. Or you claim your little piece of that Earth-like planet, maybe near a nice waterfall, maybe on a nice beach, maybe get some Mai Tais, and, well, you know, it'll be amazing. And I think that the way that they showed off the ship was actually pretty cool. And I think that this is going to be one of those things that's going to offer gameplay that we knew was coming. We knew this was coming. So it's not really the game changer that Ben was saying it was, but it is going to offer the people that don't want to have combat, don't want to have exploration, don't want to have salvaging as their main line of profession. It's going to give them something really good to do, very beneficial to everyone. All right, so we moved from there and we started to get into the presentation. And the presentations were, there were a lot of them. There were presentations on 3D graphics, presentations on the on all these different life in the world, on let's just say it was a much different con. Instead of having one big presentation, they had presentations throughout the day with a very quick welcome address by Chris in the beginning. So you get to this one big giant presentation at the end, the keynote, and Chris starts talking about, of all things, weapon skins. And there's going to be 2 of them that you could buy on the website. And it's going to be cool, all right? So if you want to have a weapon skin, that's great. People make fun of me when I buy skins for my ships in Elite Dangerous. I can see myself buying a lot of skins for my ships in Star Citizen. Oh, skins, buy them. All right, here comes the big thing. My prayers have been answered, the Delta Patcher. And we're going to explain why this is so important. And I know you guys know that it's important. I know that you guys understand. I know that you guys and girls wanted this all along, but the Delta Patcher allows the game to be updated more frequently in smaller little bits and pieces, which means instead of waiting for large amounts of content to be finished, we get everything all at once. No, we get it all in little bits and pieces when it's done. And I think that's going to be awesome. And it allows them to do this, which is very important. So to tell you about this next piece, I'm going to tell you a little bit about Shroud of the Avatar. I was at DragonCon and I was attending one of their panels. They are being Richard Garriott and Star Long. They have a date-based upgrade path. They get what they can into each one of those dates. The date is more important than the content. That way they're always giving new content to the player base so they have something to do. Imagine that. Being able to do something new, something different, something enticing, enthralling, engaging. But anyway, that is something that's going to allow them to do this, which is moving to a quarterly release schedule. Instead of doing things content-based, they're going to be able to do things date-based, and that is so awesome. Thank you so much for answering my prayers. Thank you. All right, so let's move over to the next piece, which is going to be the roadmap. Yes, I said the roadmap. After 3.0 comes out, which, okay, I'm going to give you my prediction. So there's 16 blockers left. They've been getting an average of 5 to 7 a week, so I say 3 more weeks before the PTU opens up to Concierge, and I say another 3 to 4 weeks after that, so I think right around the end of December, just before they go on break, everybody gets 3.0. So the first major content patch after 3.0 should be out in April for my birthday. Please? Okay, that would be awesome. All right, so the roadmap will be out right after 3.0 comes out. So right around the end of December, maybe for the December monthly report, you should be able to see whatever the roadmap is going to be for Star Citizen. And then they talked about Squadron 42. Holy cow. Well, this isn't a shock to people that listen to them. But Squadron 42 has kind of like disappeared from many of these presentations for the last 2 years. Last year, they were supposed to have one. They were supposed to get a vertical slice of what was going to be in Squadron 42, and it never happened. So we are going to see the Squadron 42 roadmap during the holiday live stream. The holiday live stream will be giving us that, and that will be awesome. Wonderful, amazing, love those first little bits and pieces. Now, there was a lot more to today's video than what I'm telling you, today's presentation. I'm giving you the main points because there's so much about these that really, these are the game changers, all right? The biggest game changer for me was quarterly updates in the Delta Patcher. But then they showed the eye candy, and the eye candy was the procedural cities. Holy cow. Holy moly. And I'm trying not to curse here, but it was freaking amazing. And procedural cities, and then taking off in Aurora from one planet, going up to a platform, and then out to a planet, and landing and getting on what looked like an X1 or maybe a Nox or something. I think it was a Nox. And then riding around. This game has changed everything for me. And I've really been getting back into Elite Dangerous lately, and I'm scared. I'm not scared. I know that this is going to be just amazing, and people are going to wet their pants over how good Star Citizen is going to be. And I also know that when one gets better, the other strives to get better, and it makes both better. So I'm very happy about this. The eye candy that they showed off this time was just utterly amazing. And I think I'm going to leave it at that and just talk about this. It's been a long time since I did these videos. I want to keep them short like I just did. And if you like them, please click the thumbs up. Please tweet them out, get other people to watch them, and support me. Support me by clicking the thumbs up. Support me by typing nice comments below. Support me by going to Patreon and supporting the show if you want to. As little as $1 a month actually goes a long way to helping me get new lights and try to fix my studio up a little bit more. Finally got one more light here, but I have to fix these two so I look better on camera. Anyway, I'm very glad to be back. I hope to do one of these at least every other week. I think that would be good. Maybe weekly if they come out with a lot of news. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, for those of you at VerseCon, I hope you're having a great time. For those of you at CitizenCon, thank you so much for providing us with all the photos that you did of what was going on there. And for those of you that live in Atlanta, I will be at the Atlanta Bar Citizen at Battle and Brew from 6 p.m. until whenever tomorrow night. And I hope to see you there. And with that said, you all be safe out there, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.